So in this video, we are going to learn on how to draw the ER diagram for the topic insurance system. So first thing is you must know the steps that are required in drawing the ER diagram. The second most important is you must know the symbols that are required in drawing the ER diagram. And the third most important is you must know the steps on which the insurance system works on. You should know how the insurance system works. Since the topic given to us is insurance system, the third step is you must know about the insurance system process. If the topic is hospital management system, then you should know about the hospital management system process. So I have already made a video on the steps on how to draw the ER diagram, and also I have made a video on the symbols that are required in drawing the ER diagram. So kindly watch that video first. I have attached the link in the description box. So after watching that video, continue watching this video for better understanding. So even if you are aware of the steps and even if you are aware of the symbols, if you don't know anything about the topic, it is very difficult for you to draw the ER diagram. It is not just difficult, it is impossible for you to draw the ER diagram without knowing anything about the topic. So now firstly we are going to see how this topic works. What is the entire procedure of this insurance system we are going to see. So the first step is policy creation. So an insurance company creates a policy for the customer. So who are the customers? We are the customers. I am the customer, you are the customer. Anyone who wants a policy in their name are the customers. So now it can be any policy. It can be any policy or health policy or life policy or auto policy. So now if I want to create a policy on my name for the health, then I have to go to the insurance company and the insurance company will create a health policy for me because I am the customer. Now if I want an auto policy, I am having the vehicle auto, so I want a policy for auto. So what I have to do, I have to go to the insurance company and they will create the auto policy for me. Next, the policy outlines the terms, coverage and premium. This is very important. The policy will have certain rules, certain coverage limits, and premium means monthly you have to pay an amount, or yearly you have to pay an amount, or quarterly you have to pay the amount. So like that, certain rules will be there in the policy. Only if you are accepting the terms, coverage and the premium that are mentioned in the policy, the insurance company will create the policy in your name. If you are not okay with the terms, coverage and premium, then you cannot create the policy in that particular insurance company. So you have to accept to the terms, coverage and premium. Only then the insurance company will create the policy under your name. So let's see what is term, what is coverage, what is premium in detail. So what do you mean by term? Term refers to the conditions, rules and guidelines that are outlined in the insurance policy. So there is an insurance policy and you will have to ask for the policy to the insurance company only after reading those conditions, rules and guidelines. Only if you are okay with those conditions, rules and guidelines, the insurance company will create the policy under your name. So what kind of conditions will be there? Conditions like, the details like the policy duration. The duration of the policy is 1 year, for example. So if you are okay to create a policy for the duration of 1 year, then you can say okay. Next, coverage limits. So what do you mean by coverage limits? Coverage limit means the maximum amount of money an insurance company will pay for the medical expenses. Now, if the duration period of the policy is 1 year, in that 1 year, for that 1 year, if you take health as a insurance, for that 1 year, they will give one maximum amount. So, how many ever times you're getting admitted, within that maximum amount, if your bills are coming, the insurance company will pay. If it is exceeding that maximum amount that is given, you will have to pay it from your own pockets. Now, for example, suppose you're having a health insurance policy and the coverage limit for 1 year is 1 lakh. Now you are admitted in the hospital and your medical bill is 80,000. So 80,000 is lesser than the coverage limit, right? The coverage limit is 1 lakh and your bill is 80,000. So what will happen? The insurance company will pay the entire 80,000 because it is lesser than the coverage limit that is given in the policy. But now, for example, if your medical bill is 1.2 lakhs, then the insurance company will pay only 1 lakh because the coverage limit is only 1 lakh. Any amount that is exceeding that 1 lakh, you must pay it out of your own pockets. Now 1.2 lakhs means 20,000 extra it is coming. So 20,000 you have to pay. So this is about the coverage limit. Next is exclusions. What are all not covered under the policy? So there will be some restrictions. What kind of restrictions will be there? Pre-existing conditions. Now already you are having some medical conditions before purchasing this policy. So that will not be covered. Now if you are having some bigger issue in your kidneys and you have to do transplant, that issue you are having before creating this policy, then they might put a rule. The insurance company might put a rule saying that for the kidney transplant, we won't do any payment from our end. So that will be excluded. So for the kidney transplantation, how much ever cost it is happening, the entire amount the customer only should pay, because clearly in the terms they have mentioned whatever medical condition you're having earlier, like earlier in the sense before buying this policy, we will not be covering. Or in some insurance company they will tell yes, we will cover. So in some insurance company they might cover, in some they will not cover. So these are the exclusions. Next, dental or cosmetic treatments. Now routine dental care, you're going on a dental checkup regularly. So those amounts you cannot claim. That is, those amounts the insurance company will not pay. Next, cosmetic surgeries or the beauty treatments that you're taking, all of these will not be included in the package. In this policy, there will be no coverage of these treatments. The insurance company will not pay any amount for these treatments. Like this, there are few other reasons. Now, if they take some treatments like homeopathy or acupuncture or Ayurveda, for all of these treatments, there will be no coverage. The insurance company will not make the payment. So these are the exclusions. Next, deductibles. What do you mean by deductibles? So deductible is you need to pay, that is the amount you must pay out of your pocket for the medical expenses before your health insurance policy starts covering you. So that means now my health insurance policy is keeping a rule like the deductible is 10,000 rupees. That means now I am admitted in the hospital and my medical bill is 50,000. So my medical bill is 50,000 and there is a rule telling that the deductible of this policy is 10,000. That means I have to pay that 10,000 mandatorily. I have to pay that. 10,000 I have to pay out of my own pockets. That is known as deductible. So my hospital bill was 50,000. In that 10,000 pakka I have to pay. The remaining 40,000 the insurance policy will cover it. Now if the bill is 1 lakh, then 10,000 I have to pay for sure, because that is a rule. That is a deductible. So I have to pay 10,000. The remaining 90,000 the insurance policy will cover. So this is known as deductibles. Next is payment schedules. So what do you mean by payment schedule? Payment schedule means the payment frequency, how often you are going to make the payments. Now, under your name, the policy has been created. So, are you going to pay monthly, or are you going to pay quarterly, or annually you are going to do the payment? So, how often you are going to make the payment? That is known as payment schedule. So, the payment amount you will be paying each time. So, what is the payment amount that you will be paying each time? So, what is the payment due date? So, now for example, if the payment frequency is monthly, so monthly you have to do the payment, and the payment amount is 5,000. So every month you have to pay 5,000 rupees, and the due date for paying the 5,000 rupees every month is the 5th of every month. So on 5th of every month you must be paying 5,000 monthly. So this is known as the payment schedule. So this is about the terms. So here you see a health insurance policy has a term of 1 year. So the policy is for 1 year. The deductible is 25,000. So deductible is 25,000 means whatever the bill is, you have to pay the 25,000, and the remaining amount the insurance company will pay for you. Maximum coverage limit is 5 lakhs. This means in this 1 year, how many ever times you are admitted in the hospital, up to 5 lakhs if the bill is coming in total, the insurance company will pay. If it is exceeding that 5 lakh, then the customer has to pay from his or her own pockets. Next is coverage. So coverage. So for what kind of diseases or what kind of events, the amount will be paid by the insurance company. That is known as coverage. So now if you take accidents, so if an accident is occurring to the customer who has created a policy in an insurance company, then the amount will be given to the hospital by the insurance company for that particular customer. Next, any kind of illness, the amount will be paid by the insurance company. Natural disaster, if earthquake is happening and if some small injury you're getting through that, then yes, that is also covered. That is, the insurance company will make payment even for this natural disaster. Next, for the theft, for the damages, for all of these type of risk event or losses, the insurance company will do the payment. So what do you mean by theft? And what do you mean by damage? Theft means what? It refers to the loss of the medical equipment or devices due to the theft or robbery. So now if you want an insurance system for the equipments kept in the hospital, then if someone has stole the equipment, the medical equipment, yes, it will be replaced by the insurance company. The amount will be paid for that particular equipment to you. Next is damages. So now there is a storm and your house, that is your home, is damaged. Because your home is damaged, the pump has got destroyed. So this is the home policy. So the pump has been destroyed. So your insurance policy may cover the cost of repairing the pump, or can also give the cost for replacing the damaged pump. So for all of these types of risk event or losses, the insurance company will make the payment. So coverage, the policy covers for health. If you take health insurance, doctor visit, for visiting the doctor you have to do some payment. For staying in the hospital, that is when you're admitted in the hospital, you have to do the payment. Prescription medications, that is the medicines which have been prescribed, you need to buy it from the medical shop. So that amount, all of these amounts will be given by the insurance company. Next is premium. Premium refers to the amount paid by the customer in order to maintain the insurance policy. So that is typically every month. Monthly payment means for a month I have created a policy. So if I want that policy to continue for the next month, even the next month I have to pay a smaller amount, that is known as premium. Premium is a smaller amount that I need to pay either monthly or either yearly, that is annually or quarterly. So the premium amount will vary for every single customer depending on the factors like age, health, occupation, location, risk level. So these are the various factors. Depending on these factors only, the premium amount will be fixed. So this is known as the premium. The customer pays a monthly premium of 8,000 in order to maintain the policy. So this means now I want the policy to be continued further. Then I have to pay 8,000 every month. So in a year there are 12 months. So 8,000 into 12 is 96,000. So my annual premium amount which I need to pay in order to maintain the policy that I have created is 96,000 if my monthly premium is 8,000 rupees. So now you're hospitalized for 5 days and the bill is 2,50,000 and you have to pay the deductible of 25,000. So the insurance company will pay the remaining amount which is 2,25,000. Because whatever is the deductible amount, that must be paid by the customer only for sure. And the remaining amount from this 2 lakhs, that will be paid by the insurance company. Since the maximum limit is 5 lakh, the hospital is paying 2,25,000. So depending on the factors like age, so older individuals if you take, they will have to pay higher premiums because they have increased health risk. They will be having a lot of health problems. So the premium amount monthly which they are paying will be little higher for them. Younger individuals may pay lower premium as they are generally healthier. For people who are younger, they won't get much of diseases. So therefore the premium that they are paying will be little lesser compared to the elderly people. Next, health. So depending on the health also the premium will vary. So pre-existing medical conditions like diabetes or heart disease may increase the premium. So if you're already having diabetes or heart disease, the premiums you're paying will be increased. Next, people having poor health habits like smoking, they will be having higher premiums because people who smoke can get bigger diseases in future. Therefore, their premium will be higher. Next, risk. High risk occupations like construction, firefighting, all of these will increase the premium because at any time anything risky can happen to their body. Next, engaging in hazardous activities like skydiving or racing can also have impact premiums, that is can also have higher premiums. So these factors will help the insurers assess the likelihood of claims and determine the premium cost. So now for example, a 30-year-old non-smoker with no pre-existing conditions will have to pay lower premium because the person is not smoking and the person is also not having any health issues. Therefore, the premium that they are paying will be lesser. Next, a 60-year-old person is smoking with a history of heart disease. So the person is also smoking, is also having heart disease. Therefore, that person must pay higher premium. So by looking at these factors only, the premium amount will be decided. So So creating the policy is the first step. Depending on these conditions only, the policy will be created. The second step is premium amount. Just now we saw, in order to maintain the policy, we need to pay a premium amount monthly or annually. So the customer will pay a premium amount monthly to maintain the policy. And the premium amount, the fixing of premium amount will be calculated based on the factors like age, health and risk. Depending on the age, health and risk only, the premium amount will be decided for every single customer. Next is claim filling. So if the customer experiences a covered event in the sense accident or illness, they can file a claim. So when you are filing a claim, you have to give some details about what happened to you and some documents, some hospital documents. If you have been admitted, then the admission bill, the discharge summary, on which date you got admitted, what all medicines you took, the prescriptions, the bill of all of that, all of those documents you need to submit. When you are claiming, you have to submit all of these details. Next, claim processing. So after you have submitted the claim, the insurance company will review that claim and will see whether this particular claim is meeting all of those rules that is there in the policy. If it is having some kind of mistakes, then you will get a mail telling that we also need these additional documents. So once you send those additional documents, they'll check that again, and if it is fine, then they'll proceed with the next step. If the claim that you have filed is not meeting the policy that is there, is not meeting the conditions, then it will be rejected. So the payment will not be done by the insurance company. If everything that you are submitting is correct, then the claim will be approved and the insurance company will pay the customer. If the claim has been rejected, then the customer needs to do the own payment only. The last step is policy renewal. So the customer can renew their policy periodically. Early once they can renew their policy. So the insurance company, as you are renewing the policy, they will make changes in the premium amount. So these are the 6 steps on how the insurance system will work. So now let's look into this. So in this you are having concept, definition and example notes. So the concept is, policy means it is a contract between the insurer and the customer outlining the coverage and terms. So what do you mean by policy? It is a contract between the insurance company and the customer. The policy can be health policy, life policy or auto policy. Next, term. Term means the condition and rules that are there in the policy. So conditions like duration of the policy 1 year, deductible is 25,000. So for sure you need to do that 25,000 payment. Next, coverage limit is 5 lakhs. So if the bill is exceeding 5 lakhs, you have to pay it out of your own pockets. Next, coverage. Coverage is for the types of risk and event the policy protects against. So for certain types of events, the insurance company will be making the payment directly. So for doctor visit, for hospital stay, for for the medications, for accidents, for theft, for all of these the insurance company will pay. Next is premium, amount paid to maintain the policy. So you will have to pay an amount monthly or yearly in order to maintain the policy. Next, deductible, amount paid by the customer before the insurance kicks in. So whatever is your hospital bill, you have to pay this minimum amount for sure. Next, claim, you are requesting for the payment after a covered event. After you have been admitted in the hospital, you are requesting for the payment from the insurance company. That is, you have filed after illness or accident. Next, claim process. They will review and they will do the approval, or they can also reject the claim that you have submitted. So they will do some investigation on the documents that you have submitted and will either approve or reject the claim that you have submitted. Next, payout. Amount paid by insurer if claim is approved. So 2,25,000 is paid after 2,50,000 of hospital bill, because the deductible is 25,000. So 25,000 you have to pay. The remaining 2,25,000 the insurance company will pay. Next is risk factors. So attributes affecting the premium cost. So depending on the age of the person, the health that the person is already having, the lifestyle, the occupation, lifestyle like smoking or skydiving, depending on all of these factors only the premium amount will be decided for the customer. The last is renewal. So continuation of the policy after the term ends. Now if it is a 1-year policy, after the 1 year ends, if you want to continue the policy, then that is known as renewal. So premium that will be adjusted based on the updated risk profile. So if that diseases that you're having has increased, then the premium amount will also increase on renewal of the policy. So these are the terms which you must be knowing before you learn on how to draw the ER diagram. So in this way the insurance system works. If you want the document which I showed to you, in that document the ER diagram is also there, along with the entities, attributes, relationship and cardinality. Everything is explained along with the process of the insurance system. So if you want that Word document or a PDF file of that, then you will have to mail to this mail ID, madeeasyforyu123@gmail.com. madeeasyforyu123@gmail.com. So you need to send an email to this. Then you will have to make a payment of 20 rupees. Then I will be sharing the PDF for the Word document to you in the mail, through the mail. So in that document, how the insurance system works, what all I showed to you, everything will be there in the Word document. Next, the ER diagram steps, every single step along with the diagram will be mentioned in the Word document. So now let's get into the video on how to draw the ER diagram. So in this video we saw how the insurance system works. Step by step we saw everything clearly. So now in the next video which I'm going to upload, I have drawn the ER diagram for the insurance system. So watch that video after watching this video for clear understanding. Once you are aware on how the insurance system works, it will be very easy for you to draw the ER diagram for the insurance system. So watch the next video in which I have explained on how to draw the ER diagram for insurance system. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share it with your friends. If you have any doubts, please ask in the comment section.